TBE. I'm sitting up here at Indianapolis, Indiana, and I'm stuck at Hershey's for a load that was supposed to be ready 5 o'clock in the morning, preloaded. This load was supposed to get me back home to the East Coast. Then when I get here, give them the numbers, and then they're talking about I gotta get live loaded. So I called my dispatch. They'll call me for a door when they got one, but a couple of doors they got her down. So hopefully Mark can call them, and Mark's important enough that they'll get on the ball, get me rolling. But I got till Friday. Today's only Wednesday. I got till Friday, but I didn't want to waste my whole clock sitting here all damn day. So I have to find a pilot, take a shower, chill out. But yeah, I wanted to talk about Lamar getting hurt. Lamar Jackson in Baltimore got hurt, and everyone said this was going to happen. Not the fact just because he's running, because other teams are they're getting tired of getting embarrassed by him. The same thing happened to Michael Vick. Like Michael Vick was embarrassing guys. It was like defensive coordinator started saying, "Look, we're going to have to take some penalties, but we got to hurt this dude. We got to hurt him." So they started hitting him late. I remember our team, even with Ray Lewis and Bart Scott. Bart Scott said when he tackled him, got to put a little spice on the ankle. Go back on YouTube and look it up. He actually said that. So that's what guys have been doing to Lamar. They've been going after his legs, because his legs are more valuable than his arm is. So they've been cheap shotting him and try to hurt him. So the same thing happened to Cam Newton. Cam Newton had MVP season. He was embarrassing everybody, making everybody look stupid. And so what happened was, it happened right after the Super Bowl. After he went to the Super Bowl, they started hitting him late, roughing him up. Like, they started messing him up, and he's been injured ever since then. And I fear the same thing's going to happen to Lamar. The same thing's going to happen to him. Like, they are not going to allow that boy to win a Super Bowl running around the way he is right now. Like, it's just not going to happen. Start a conversation when it's 20 damn degrees outside. So it's cold as Hades up here, man. Snowflakes are just falling down out of the sky. Guys are walking around with nothing on their heads, t-shirts and shorts on. I don't get it. It's whatever. And yeah, so that's what's going on with Lamar right now, and like Ravens just have to figure something out. They're playing the Jets this week, so what I would do with the Jets, I would just practice our drops, hand the ball off, run the ball, hand the ball off, run the ball. Or if worst come to worst, then just like RG3 play. RG3 can beat the Jets. He can beat the Jets easy. So. Like, I wouldn't even risk it. Like, we're going to need him in the playoffs to go all out, whether he gets hurt or not. So, that's my problem right now. And, man, it's not. I saw this coming. Everybody saw this coming. But we didn't think it was going to be that bad. And just like with Cam Newton, they started hitting Cam late. Because Cam was running over dudes. That's why he started calling himself Superman. He was running over dudes, and he was making them look foolish, doing the little dab. He was dabbing all the time, and the defender was getting mad. Like, if you don't want to see him dab, then stop him. So what did they start doing? They started tearing his behind up, started hitting him late and everything. So that's what Cam became a victim of. He ain't really a victim, but he did it to himself. But he did it because guys don't like to be shown up. They just don't like it, man. You can throw a touchdown, even when throwing quarterbacks throw a lot of touchdowns, like Peyton Manning, Brady, and all them. They dudes will come in and knock the crap out of them late. Nobody likes to be embarrassed. But But when you're running, you're way more at risk of getting hurt than you are. So I think Lamar just needs to take this time and just start throwing the ball around. Just start throwing the ball around and start, that way that he don't have to worry about the nonsense of somebody trying to hurt him. Nonsense of somebody trying to hurt him. Yeah, I'm ready to take my behind to sleep. They don't call me in the next 30 minutes, so I'm going to sleep. This is my old Ray Lewis t-shirt. Tom ass dude. I didn't know who he was outside of football, but outside of football, Ray Lewis is a clown. But as a football player, he's one of the best football players ever lived, man. Not physically, mentally, man. He was just on another level than other linebackers. Like, he was the quarterback on defense, 100%. I appreciate everything he did for my team. Personal level, he's something to be desired on a personal level. With the religious thing, with all the kids and not married and all that. Man, nobody wants to hear that mess with me, bro. You ain't living right, Ray. You ain't living right. Making money, but you ain't living right. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Lamar Jackson, man. I wish him luck. Wish him the best. I hope that he can make it through this without getting injured, man. I understand he's built he's a hybrid. His physical build is like between a running back and a wide receiver, but he's not a running back. He's just not. He's not built like that. His eyes are looking down the field. A running back's eyes is looking toward contact. So he's looking past the contact. So yes, he's expecting to get hit, but not the same way a running back is expected to get hit. So he's just basically trying to tough it out and hoping the refs are going to help him. Refs are not going to help him. I don't think they're going to help him at all. Our safety said that the refs need to start doing something. I was like, they're not going to do anything. Nobody wants to see the Ravens win the way they're going to win, because that's going to change everything. All these quarterback camps and all these 6'5", whatever white dudes throwing the ball a million miles down the field, or black, whatever. Those guys are not going to matter anymore. You know what I mean? There's a white dude coming out in the draft that's mobile and can throw the ball just like Allen from Buffalo. His name is Burrow from LSU. But they're still trying to talk up Tua and say, no, we should get Tua. No, Burrow is the man. He's athletic and he can run the ball. He can run, he can throw, he can do everything. He's showing by the winning that he's doing on the field. Tua can throw the ball, yes, he can throw the ball, but he takes too many shots. He holds on to the ball too long. He takes too many shots. And Tua, and that's not the way the NFL is going right now. It's just not. That's why I feel that the white dude Burrow, he should be the first pick coming out the draft. Tua should probably be second. They got another boy out of Oregon that's supposed to be a top draft pick too, but he's also a statue. So we'll see about that. But some teams won't give up the hope. Keep trying to win the same way. Some teams will. So I know I'm tired, I'm yawning, but I'm not going to make it that far today anyway. So they're killing my clock right now. So when I use my own personal conveyance to get to a shipper, and they start crying and complaining, so I didn't use my own conveyance to get here. So my clock is running. It is what it is. So I'm going to probably make it a couple 100 miles, maybe 200 miles. Then I'm just going to shut it down. Or I might even make it 100. Find somewhere to park if the snow keeps up the way it is. But that was my thing about where I'm at right now. Stuck at Hershey's. Usually Hershey's is alright. Usually Hershey's got a long line, but usually you can get in and get out. I don't know what's going on today. Like something's going on today, but everything in trucking has just been strange for the past 3-4 months. Everything in trucking has been pretty strange. As far as the loads, the way we're getting loads, we're not getting loads the way we used to get loads. Going places that we used to be able to go to get out of. Like I knew if I got in certain, they call that knowing your lanes. You kind of need to know your lanes even as a company driver. If you don't live in the region that you're trying to get back to, you need to know, well, if I go to Atlanta, I can get back to the East Coast. If I go, mostly, I always came up here to Indianapolis, or even if I went to Chicago, they would work me back to Indianapolis. Indianapolis always got me back to the East Coast. Now, all of a sudden, it's hard to get back to the East Coast unless I go all the way back to Atlanta, and I don't understand that. That's what's been going on lately, with freight or whatever. What's going on? I don't know. People are still spending money, so people are still buying product. So, yeah, even in refrigeration. I seen the company trucks that went out of business. They went bankrupt. Silicon, whatever that. You know, white trucks with the blue. Everybody has been talking about. And I've seen those trucks moving around all over the place. I seen one at a pilot. It might have been abandoned. But I've seen two in the past 2 days just moving around. Like, I don't know if they were trying to get somewhere or they're based right here out of Indianapolis. So I don't know. Something up here. But yeah, I seen that trucking company that just went bankrupt. And they're still moving around all over the place. They're moving all over the place. And I was kind of confused about that, but really not, because if I ever got a hinge that something was going on at Martin, and you better believe that truck is getting me home. I'm fueling up, even if I got to use some of my own personal money, and I'm taking my behind home. You're not going to leave me stranded in the middle of nowhere. One of your stupid trucks. Like, it ain't happening. Here comes a Martin driver now. What's up, bro? Yeah, load that was already supposed to be ready. Yeah, it was supposed to be preload 5 o'clock in the morning. He said I was a live load 5 o'clock in the morning.
I said it was preload. I'm supposed to come
yeah.
At 3 o'clock.
Yep. I called dispatch. They said they didn't know what was going on. They haven't called me back. That means everybody's having the same problem.
At the Nestle.
Yep. Another.
They know what's up. I was like, I'm picking them out of the hat. It's like, they're there, but
yeah, this load was supposed to got me back home, going back to the East Coast. So we'll see. I got 3 days on the load. It's only gonna take me 2. So even if this day is a wash trying to get it, I'm still good. It's only 500 something miles.
Are you over the road?
Regional.
Over the road.
Yeah.
They be running me with these little 100, 200 mile loads. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
It's gotten like that lately. It wasn't like that last year when I started.
I've been out for 2 months.
I've been averaging like maybe 400 miles a load. Maybe 400. And that's only because I turned down one load and I was like, why are you gonna waste my clock running me around in the same state?
You grab a broken trailer
yeah.
With no door on the back.
Right.
And I told him, no, I ain't grabbing it. I ain't doing that.
Yeah, she already knows how I am. I don't do stuff like that. I don't do it.
I did. I texted him.
Yeah.
Wasting my time. That's the whole 14-hour clock.
Something's going on. We done lost a couple contracts or something, but I'm not moving around the way I used to move around. Like, I used to go from Florida to Chicago, back down to Georgia to Florida.
My Qualcomm stopped working for a whole week, and I'm in Chicago, and they told me it's okay to use my cell phone.
Well, that's what happened. It happened to me, too. It happened to everybody.
I was like, man, really?
Uh-oh. That's them now. See if I'm ready.
I'm investing to see what's up there.
Alright, I got my load. Got my load. So, I ain't get my load, but I got one more way to get live loaded. So I had to break the glasses out. I can't see anything far away. Especially it's small, some of the writing be on some of these buildings. I don't understand, man. Why I don't have a daggone loaded trailer? I guarantee you they just didn't have enough Martin trailers out here. Because the guy I was just talking to was trying to talk my damn head off. That guy I was just talking to, he I'm not being mean, dude. It was cold out there. With no damn trying to hold a conversation. But he was supposed to be preloaded also. They do have some preloaded Martin trailers out here. I see them. But he was supposed to be preloaded too. But did not get preloaded. I guess because they probably wasn't short on their Martin trailers. So now everybody's stuck getting live loaded. So what's going on right now? I am A20. What is this dude doing? He's all in my way. I need to go that way. You know, swing out, swap it back up. So you're in my way right now. You're in my way. Right back. A20. Right here. Swing out this way. Yeah, you cut her back. So he ain't ready. I'm not waiting on him. I'm not waiting. It's not my problem. What the hell he's doing? It's not my problem. Be right back. Alright, man. I am docked now. Doing A20. This is the thing they gave me. This thing here. I just call you. I guess when you get a green light, just go back up front and get your paperwork. This is one of those places where you have to go to a shipping and receiving office. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. So I might as well get comfortable, make me a cup of coffee or something, chill out because I'm gonna be here for a minute. You can count on that, bro.